All right, hello everybody, and welcome in to the SFA Season 17 Coach Firing Stream. Um, I gotta update everything here for you, but we're here for some wheel spins. We just came from the national championship, where Iowa State took them down. So coach firing, raffle, reward, and week 0 opponent draw. So let me know if you guys can hear me and if you can see me. If you can hear me and see me before we can get started, we are going to go through three different things here. We're going to do two coach firings, and then we'll do the raffle reward, and then we'll start picking week 0 matchups. So just giving you guys a second to get on in here. Want to make sure you can see and hear me. Cam said can't see and hear. Okay. Thank you, Florida man. The Beanie Babies. Let's just fire Cam. I don't need to spin a wheel. All right, so the first wheel spin, all wheel spins are 50-50. Both of these coaches were able to take punishments. Neither of them decided to. So we got one for Coach Brody, who's Wallfly in the server, and then we got one for Coach Airborne over at NC State. So we're going to do Coach Bodie over at Ole Miss first. So this first spin will be for Ole Miss. So will they be saved or will they be fired? If they're fired, they'll enter the coaching carousel tomorrow. So here we go. The first spin. Ole Miss, are they moving on? No! Coach Bodie is saved. What does that mean for Coach Airborne, who Poppy Showtime's injury completely derailed his season? He was in one of the toughest divisions in the country. Is NC State going to overreact and kill my boy? Here we go. NC State. Will they save their job? Yes! 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 Coach Airborne is saved! Thank goodness! If there was one to be saved, it was going to be Airborne that I wanted to be saved. So there it is. Both coaches' jobs are saved. We are making changes to approval where there will be more punishments and spins in the future, but no extracurriculars here for these coaches. So we are moving on. Now remember, you guys are saved, but your approval is still super low. So you gotta get on your game here in season 18. So now we're gonna move on to the raffle reward players. I got the wheel updated for everybody's raffle tickets. There wasn't too many people who submitted for them. Remember, if you watch the streams, you earn channel points, you can redeem raffle tickets, and this is an 80 overall freshman. If you win it, I'll DM you how to claim it later on today. Winner of this, 80 overall freshman, can't be a quarterback. Mushbrain has the most tickets at 4. Florida Man has 3. Jackie Moon has 2. Everybody else has 1. No, Sir J. Jettas, you did not grab one this season. I need proof. There's no DM. It's not in my notes. There's no DM, not in my notes. Unless you can throw it to me via DM here in the next, 10 seconds. Not this season. Let me just triple check for poor little J. Jettas. Let me just look before we spin. Florida Man gets 3, Cam 1, Keat 1, Mushbrain 4, 5, 1, Jackie Moon 2. That's my notes. Yeah, I don't see anything, J. Jettas. So here's the wheel spin. Who gets an 80 overall? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Is there anybody that can see a history or anything? Like, there's no way. JJ's has to be waffling here. You're holding up my stream here, JJ's. Goddamn. Here we go. And the one square, Coach Keat screws over Bushbrain again by like less than an inch. Oh no. So he gets a reward player. Oh my Lanta. So, Coach Keat, congratulations. Where will this 80 overall go with you? So, he is in the coaching portal. So, a lot on the line here for Coach Keat. So, he does get his Husky Boil. That's wild. All right, so now we're moving on to the Week 0 wheel spin. So, we have our Tier 1 teams and our Tier 2 teams over here. Here's an ad for... Here's an ad for weight loss, if I can somehow get out of it. How do I get out of this ad? Brother. How do I get out of this ad? Close. Okay. So, here we go. So, this is what we're looking at. This is the slate. Minnesota already locked into the Citrus kickoff. We'll draw all the Tier 1 games, which is all of the... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's all the playoff teams. And then you got the Tier 2 teams, okay? So we'll draw all the Tier 1 games first. And then, we'll just do this person for this person. And Rick, hopefully you're here helping me write this down. Okay. So who is going to be our first team here? We'll do Tier 1. First team in is going to be... Iowa, okay. So Iowa, the best slot for you, probably gonna be, what is that? Probably the Cotton Bowl. What's the closest to Iowa? Probably the Cotton Bowl, right? Or is that gonna be the Sugar Bowl? It's probably gonna be the Sugar Bowl. Okay, so this is gonna be, I'm writing it down. Because I'm starting with Tier 1, J Jettas. Okay, so in the Sugar, it's going to be Iowa versus the Sugar Bowl kickoff. Iowa versus Coastal Carolina is going to be your matchup. All right. So now next up, let's get our next team in here. All right, our defending champions, because they're defending champions, this is going to be our New Heights Classic. We are moving the New Heights Classic to Week 1. So our defending national champions, who will they face in the New Heights Classic? ISU versus... Hawaii! Hawaii? Hold on. That's not going to be the New Heights Classic. We're not doing fucking Hawaii versus New... That's the matchup. All right. Screw the thing. I'm going to work with... Screw looking at which game is which. You're just going to get your matchup. You're just going to get your matchup, and then me and Rick are going to figure out which one's which. That's what we're going to do. That's how it's going to work. So the matchups right now are Iowa and Coastal Carolina, and then Iowa State versus Hawaii. So let's do our next one. You guys are idiots talking about Memphis. That's a Tier 2 game, you big dummies. All right, next up. I'm just getting the matchups here. Baylor, they just lost. They'll be the designated home team versus... Tennessee! Oh, baby! That's a big-time matchup now. Tennessee versus Baylor. Okay, next up, remember, Tier 1 teams are all just playoff teams. All right, Coach Mike and Georgia Tech now. Who is their Week 0 matchup going to be? UTSA! Ho-ho! What a matchup. So the debut of Day Night in Ryland-Warrenburg will be against Kai Oyama. That might be New Heights Classic potential. We will see. But Georgia Tech and UTSA is the matchup. All right, next up. Notre Dame, Coach Huey. This team's going to be scary. They were super young this year. They've got a new quarterback coming in, likely Tehu Nakamoto moving to running back. Who faces Notre Dame? Ohio Mania! All right. So a lot of fun games in action here. 4 options left. Who faces who? Washington. Probably should have been a team in the Natty. Who's Washington facing? Is it going to be Auburn? Come on, give us Auburn. The losers, it's Army! All right, so this final spin is for who gets the home. It's going to be Southern Miss and Auburn. So Auburn will be home. So Auburn versus Southern Miss in Week 1. All right, so just to go back through your Week 0 games, this is your first half. Iowa versus Coastal Carolina. Iowa State versus Hawaii. Baylor versus Tennessee. Georgia Tech versus UTSA, Notre Dame versus Ohio, Washington versus Army, and Auburn versus Southern Miss. So now we are doing Tier 2 games, okay? So these are the games. How we're going to do it this time is because Minnesota is a wagon, the last team draws Minnesota in the Citrus. Doesn't matter who it is. The last team remaining, we could get Minnesota-Michigan a conference game in Week 0. So we're going to do these, 5 Tier 2 games, and then the last team on the board will be Minnesota against Minnesota. All right? So first matchup for Tier 2. Miami. Coach Eisen's felt like his team's been disrespected the last couple of years. Who is he going to get to beat up on? Miami and Florida! Oh, baby! What a matchup in Week 0. That might just be game day. Florida versus Miami in Week 0, folks. The tiers are, Tier 1 is playoff teams, and then Tier 2 is going to be your best remaining team in the conference. All right, so that's an awesome Week 0 poll. Shoot, I didn't remove them. Let me remove Florida here. Let me update the wheel. All right. So, next matchup, who is the designated home team? Remember, these are all neutral site games. Stanford. They have been good the last couple of years. Who will they face? Oh, I also have Miami on here still. I gotta remove Miami. Okay, good. We removed Miami. All right, who faces Stanford? San Diego State. Next up, Texas. Who will they host? Getting down to the nitty-gritty. LA Tech, with or without Coach Key, we don't know. Or how many of those SFA players will stay. 5 left. Here we go. Rutgers will host. Or at least they'll be the designated home team. Who does Kenzie draw? Come on. Give him Michigan. Give him Michigan. Give him Michigan. Give him Michigan. It is Michigan! Oh, I'm sorry, Kenzie. You just got blue squared. All right, 3 teams left. One of these teams will play against Minnesota. It's going to be Kent State avoiding Minnesota. Who will Kent State face? They'll face BYU or Western Kentucky. BYU. So Western Kentucky will face Minnesota. All right, so that's quite the matchups here. So that means Minnesota versus Western Kentucky in week 0. So that's all the games, folks, and that's it for the wheel spins. I'm gonna just send a picture of this to Rick, and then I'll be right back for the Team of the Year stream. If you guys want to watch that and help me pick players. It's greatly appreciated. It's fun also just to see some of the finalized stats. So I'll be back in about a couple minutes here for that stream. Thanks for watching.